Hollywood is full of massive personalities, but Matthew McConaughey operates on an entirely different wavelength. These are the moments his energy was simply too much to handle.
Now, I don't know if you guys have seen all my work, but
No, hang on. Once again, did you notice earlier I was nominated for the best love sex scene?
But did you notice that you didn't win?
Well, hello, Sandy. I've worked with you. I've tried to kiss you successfully and unsuccessfully. I've been directed by you in a short film and also to the exit door of many bars. So, Sandy, here is to your decade of hotness. I'm glad to say that I knew you the decade before as well.
Ask McConaughey about his craft, and he'll end up talking about bass lines.
You're very serious about the bongos. Do you play do you play bongos with other people, or if you're on your own, do you put on a record and play the bongos to the record?
Basically anything with a bass line. And one of my favorite, just timeless, man, timeless bass lines is Ted Nugent's Stranglehold. You can just be the first time you ever played drums, you can fall into this bass line and find a beat. And the great thing about this, for 7 minutes and 13 seconds of that song, it's are you
touching yourself in a way? Now I see why you like to do it naked. And what do you do on that? I'll do that part, and you do what you do on the bongos.
And when he's not thinking about music, his mind goes to places most actors would never admit on camera. Conan O'Brien found that out firsthand.
I haven't had to test it out yet, but I've got a theory on this. Let's take a grizzly bear, for instance. Now, let's say you got a knife. You get a knife. Let's give 8 to 10 inches of a blade. That's fair.
Okay. You've given this a lot of thought. You think about, like, okay, me and a grizzly, how am I going to do it? This is pretty fascinating. Okay,
very intrigued.
So
about
a grizzly's
how this could
coming
go
at
down.
you. I'm a grizzly.
You're the grizzly, right? Most people are going to go back. If
Right.
he's going to get you, here's the thing. Now, when you stand up, give me your big wingspan. I come inside, whop.
Oh, I
he
thought-
wraps him around me,
I
right?
thought you were going to kiss me for a second there.
Boom. I pull up into the heart.
Yeah.
And now is where the problem starts. Because I believe that after I got your heart here up through your rib cage, all your weight's going to bring us back down this way. This way. Boom! And now,
And Matthew, can I just say to anyone tuning in right now, this is not what it looks like.
Like 6 months ago, you were arrested. Was that, or am I thinking it was longer than that?
it was like late October.
But now, what was the deal on that? It was you're at your home in Texas.
Yeah, I was at home.
Yeah, doing what?
In Austin, Texas. I was playing a little music, banging on some bongos.
What time of day was it?
2:37 in the a.m., so said the report.
Wow.
On a Monday morning.
So the police come, they knock on the door, you let them in, what happened?
Well, no, they didn't really knock. They came on in, and I looked up and saw that familiar figure, and it's blue, and you go, oh, that's a cop. Oh, I'm going to turn this down.
Yeah.
I turned down and said, what the hell are you doing in here? And before I knew it, I was kind of cuffed and put against a wall.
And you were naked? Is that also part of the deal?
I was buck naked. Yeah.
Wow.
Working with Snoop Dogg isn't quite like working with any other co-star. Matthew McConaughey found that out on the set of The Beach Bum, and he's still putting the pieces of that night together.
What was the most notable thing Snoop did during your work time together?
He snooped me. There's a scene where I'm going to Snoop. I've got writer's block, and Snoop has the magic weed, right? Uh-huh. But I go to Snoop, and I go to the prop man to make sure I've got prop weed. Now, prop weed is not real weed. It's like crushed oregano and stuff. Yeah, good idea, man. So we get in the scene. It's about a 6-minute scene, fast back and forth. All of a sudden, the end, he goes, yo, Moondog. And that's my character. He goes, that ain't prop weed. That's Snoop weed. I went, oh, you son of a gun. Now, the next 9 hours were a lot of fun, but I don't believe he used one word in the English language.
Luckily for him, Snoop remembers enough for the both of them.
You said I rapped a lot.
You rapped for 13 hours straight.
And I asked him, it was one of those highs where I didn't really catch my breath until 5:30 p.m. the next day. And I came back to work, I asked you, I said, man, I'm a little hazy on how last night went. How'd it go? Snoop says, oh, you was great, Moondog. You hit 4 in the park home runs. hear you, man. But how are we giving ourselves too much credit?
Congratulations, you're the first guy to put bare feet on this desk.
Oh, yeah?
Just want to congratulate you.
Oh, thank you.
It's safe to say Michael Bublé has developed an unusual nighttime routine.
Does Matthew know that he plays a special part in your life?
No, probably not.
Please, I play a special part in your life.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear this.
Tell us.
Well, I mean, my wife and I sleep with you almost every night.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. An app called Calm. He has the most beautiful voice, and I turn it on, and I just hear, well, hello, everybody. It's me, Matthew McConaughey. I'm gonna tell you a bedtime story. And I just do this, oh. My wife, who's from Argentina, she always goes like, you have the man talking again. The man is talking in the bed again, Mike.
Besides making love, showering, swimming, or playing bongos, what is something else you enjoy doing naked?
Cooking if we're not deep frying anything.
Most people would take a chance encounter with Matthew McConaughey in stride. Mike Myers spent the rest of the night convinced he was being hit on.
So he taps you on the shoulder.
Says, come and join my wife, Camilla. They're in Los Angeles, staying at this hotel that I'm staying at to have a couples weekend. So immediately I'm like, well, don't talk to me. And then, because I don't, when you have 3 kids, you don't get to drink that much, So I had like 2 drinks and I was like loaded. And I said, I'm going back up to the room now. And they said, so are we. And so we're walking through the lobby, and I thought, you know what? I won't ride in the elevator with them because I don't want them to think that I'm like a swinger or something. And so they said, well, why don't you just ride in the elevator with us? And it's the world's smallest elevator. It's like a moving MRI. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm in there, and they're all like lovey-dovey, and they were going to the 6th floor, and I was on the 6th floor. So they hit the button, and they're like, what floor are you going to, buddy? And I'm like, 6. And then they get out of the elevator, the room's right there, and then they said, what room number are you in? And I'm like, oh, no, 69. And I thought, they must think that's like some swinger code or whatever. And he didn't know what to say, but he's a super lovely guy, so he just went, yeah, baby.
One thing I appreciate about you is your ability to apply meaning to almost anything, including a wet dream. You talk about floating down the Amazon River, you're wrapped in pythons, you're being circled by crocodiles and freshwater sharks, and then that inspires this 20-day pilgrimage to Peru. Now, I once had a wet dream, right? Yeah. Where I'm being chased by knights and archers through a castle, right? And I'm running and I'm escaping through corridors and I'm dodging arrows and then I get cornered. And in that moment, I pee my pants out of fear, but it turns out it was not really pee. What would you do with a sign like that? Like, do I need to get an atlas and go somewhere?
I think you might need to get a membership at Medieval Times. Sounds like you sleep pretty well over there.
Did you know that when people watch the trailer for Tiptoes, that they think it's a sketch? It's an SNL sketch. Did you know that?
I did not.
The first time you see it, you're like, what the f is happening?
I'm Ralph. I'm his brother. We're twins.
Are your parents,
Yeah.
It can tear them apart.
I think you're gonna let me know that everyone in your family's a midget.
They're not midgets, they're dwarfs.
Whatever.
Wait, this trailer's so good. I've never seen the trailer. This is so good. Just get really serious.
Patricia Arquette, and in the role of a lifetime.
Roll John Goldman!
Tiptoes.
Come on!
There's a huge difference between trusting your instincts and walking onto a movie set completely blind. Matthew McConaughey found exactly where that line sits during the making of Scorpion Spring.
It was a time early in my career where I had gotten out to LA and I was not getting the jobs. Meaning I was getting a callback, a second callback, but not landing the job. And I was tight. Well, I get this bright idea that, look, man, I've been tight lately. I'm starting to take acting lessons, and I'm learning what I'm doing, and this doesn't work. I need to go back to how I did it in the beginning, when I played Wooderson in Days Confused, when I had 3 lines and I worked for 3 weeks, and I would just improvise the scene because I knew my man, and I would just be me. So I said, I'm not going to read this script, Scorpion Spring. I'm not even gonna read the scene. I know the scenario, I know my man, I'll show up on the day and I'll do what he would do. Ding, bright idea. Cut to, I'm on the set of Scorpion Spring, I'm about to shoot that scene. Well, obviously I get a little bit nervous because the PA walks by and says, you wanna check out the sides? And I say, yeah, let me see the sides. I grab the sides, I'm on my mark, we're about to say action, I have a peek. 1 page, 2 pages, 3 page, 4 page. Monologue. My guy. In Spanish. I feel this bead of sweat come up on the back of my neck.
Here is the actual scene he was talking about.
Ni siquiera era necesario que viniera. Yo le pago para que deje a mis hombres que sacan la coca. No para que les robéis, los mate en la frontera.
There's one person who can call Matthew McConaughey out on his method acting and actually get away with it. His name is Woody Harrelson.
He's method. You know that?
What does that mean?
Well, okay, but whatever, dude. You know what I'm talking about. When we were shooting that, he was Russ Cole.
Yeah.
And I remember saying to you before we started filming, I'm like, people are gonna expect to laugh with us, you know? We gotta throw some jokes in here. And he's just like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm waiting for him to say, yeah, you're totally right. No, none of that. He just, yeah. And I'm like, oh, this mother.
Does anyone call you Matthew? Matt, or is it always Matthew?
It's always been Matthew, for good reason.
Are you mad?
No, I'm not mad.
Okay.
See, my mom was mad when I got called Matt. I was in kindergarten. My mom's kindergarten teacher, and my friend
mom
John
was your
Griffith.
kindergarten teacher?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And my buddy John Griffith says, hey, Matt, want to go play in the monkey bars? And I ran out and said, yeah. And halfway to the monkey bars, I feel this hand on my shoulder. Whoop, bam, get slammed to the ground. I look up into my mother in my face, and she's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm going to play in the monkey bars with John. She goes, who is? I said, I am. She goes, what's your name? I said, Matthew. She goes, don't you ever answer to Matt again. I named you Matthew from the Bible. And I was like, yes, ma'am. So...
Most people don't know much about Matthew McConaughey's family, but once you hear how his dad went out, his whole personality starts to make sense.
Your dad always said, I'm going to go out, probably banging your mom.
He said, boys, when I go, I'm going to be making love to your mother.
And he did.
He called the shot.
Your dad knew how he was going to die, and he actually did it.
And he did it.
Did he have a heart attack?
Had a heart fibrillation, yeah. The paramedics are covering him, and all the neighbors are out in the street, and he's going out the garage down. So, what's the sensible thing to do at 7 a.m.? Cover him.
Right.
My mom's out there, half naked, ripping the sheet off him. Get that sheet off of him. You're going to see how big Jim went out.
I hope he had a boner at that point.
People started to get interested in my life and my history as has happened over the weekend. So all of a sudden, my mom shows up in these newspapers and saying these things. I'm like, Mom, keep that that's between us. That's between the family. Okay. I was like, trust me, there are people going to be coming to you wanting to know things about my life, but keep what should be private ours. Okay. All of a sudden, the next Thursday night, I'm looking at hard copy. It's a show in America that comes on, and there's my mom giving an escort through my bedroom. This is where we caught him first sleeping with so-and-so. I call her, and she goes, oh, I didn't know you'd see it.
Is it true the thing about you road testing the kind of the posing pouch?
The posing pouch?
Isn't that what they're called?
This is the posing pouch.
You don't call them that in America, no.
Did you put one of those on, and all of a sudden you find your body kind of gets a little inverted. I remember going, and I wasn't the only one that did this. You go, I have to walk out there amongst the crew and have small-time, normal conversations. Like, so, how you doing? What'd you have for lunch? Hey, did you see the game this weekend? I got to go out and try to have some small talk in this thong without flinching. And it was hard. Because I wasn't, but it was...